Hi everyone, so today I'm going to do my face routine, and this is also going to be a review slash demo on the Glow Time Full Coverage Mineral BB Cream from Jane Iredale. I had hauled this a couple days ago and I had gotten a couple questions on it, so I figured I would do a review slash demo. So I'm going to show you how I apply this product, as well as give you my overall thoughts on it, how it wears, the skin benefits, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to give you my overall thoughts at the end, after I've finished applying the BB cream. And so first I'm just going to show you the steps on how I apply this particular product. So first of all, this is a mineral-based formula, so you do want to stay away from any oil-based products. So no oil-based moisturizers, no oil-based primers. So the moisturizer that I used today was the Alba Botanica Aloe and Green Tea Oil-Free Moisturizer. And so I typically use the Hourglass number 28 primer, but this is way too hydrating. It is, an oil-based primer. So I did use that the first day when I tried the BB cream, and it was just a hot mess. It broke down the BB cream. It was not even at all. It was patchy, not good. So stay away from any oil-based primers. That's my number one rule. So the primer that I'm going to use today is the Pixi Brightening Primer. And the reason why I chose this is because Jane Iredale actually has a primer that is very similar to this one. So that primer is, I believe it's $48, so it is very pricey. And I have a primer very similar to that. So basically the primer is a pink primer. It has a really nice sheen to it, so it's very illuminating, very brightening to your face. So that's what I'm going to use today. So I just apply this all over my face with my fingers. I don't use a brush ever with a primer. Well, I do use a brush with the e.l.f. primer, but not with my Hourglass primer. So just apply a very thin amount of primer on your face. So the next step before applying the BB cream, I use the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer in yellow. I love this stuff so much. It's not like a dirty yellow, if that makes any sense. It's very weight-based. It's like a pastel yellow, and so it makes it very eye brightening on the face. So you only need a little bit of this. And so I just dab a few dots underneath my eyes, and then also down my nose. And then I'm going to take the Sephora Professional Tapered Foundation brush. It looks like this. This is number 58. And so I just apply it. I just kind of like dab it, pat it on. And I just bring it up to my eyes. So you can see right there, it's so eye brightening. I love it. And then I just pat it with my fingers. So as you can see, it's so very brightening. And so that's why I always put it underneath my foundation or BB cream or whatever I'm using that day. So yeah, I look crazy, I know. So next is the actual BB cream, and they suggest you applying it to your hand, applying 4 dots on your hand the size of a BB, and then applying it to your cheeks, your forehead, and the center of your face, and then rubbing it in with your fingers. Now if you want a full coverage, then definitely use your fingers, but I like more of a medium coverage, so I'm going to apply it with a brush, and the brush that I'm going to use is the e.l.f. powder brush. I love this brush for almost any foundation, any BB cream. So I'm going to do that. So I am going to apply some to my hand, and then I'm going to apply it directly to my face. And if you can see that there, it is very creamy and thick. Not as thick as, say, the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation, but it is very creamy. So I just kind of dot it onto my face, and this is what I typically do with any foundation. I just you know, I want to get it basically around the whole area of my face, and so it's as even as possible. So that is what I do, and then I just rub it in with the e.l.f. powder brush. Now when I first applied this to my face, I was kind of scared because this is BB5, by the way. That's the shade that I have. And I thought that this was like too white for me. But somehow this just melts in with the color of your skin, and it just looks really, really natural. I can't really pinpoint what it smells like. It smells kind of fruity to me. But yeah, it smells really nice. So rub it into the back of your ears, down your neck. So I don't know if you can see, but it does look very, very light on my skin. So, but it does kind of oxidize a little bit to your natural skin tone. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a little bit more to the nose area. Just any area that gets a bit red. I have a scar right here that I like to cover up. So I don't know if you can see the coverage there. This is a medium coverage. Again, this isn't full coverage. You can see my freckles. But it's so impressive. I may need a little bit more on my nose. My nose is definitely like my problem area, and I have a lot of blackheads. So I always like to make sure it's covered up nicely. But, you know, overall I don't need a lot to cover my entire face. And it's a really, really good coverage. It doesn't feel cakey. It just feels like my natural skin. It feels so nice. It gives you a luminous look, and it feels so smooth and so velvety on your skin. I love it so much. So that's the BB cream. And then what I typically do, I add a little bit of my Youthful Wear Physicians Formula Concealer underneath my eyes. I don't put the yellow concealer on top of my foundation or my BB cream because it can be a bit too much. So I just stick with a more skin toned concealer on top of my foundations. So the next step is to add a powder. So I'm going to use the Banana Luxury Powder, and I'm going to actually apply this all over my face. I do use this as a setting powder underneath my eyes, but I also use this all over my face. And I didn't initially buy this to use as a setting powder all over my face, but I used it one day like that, and I really like the effect of it. So that's what I'm going to do. So really this isn't a very high maintenance BB cream. It is a very matte finish, but very natural at the same time. So now I'm going to set my under eyes with the Banana Luxury Powder. And you don't want to put too much because then it will look quite yellow. So you want to be careful. So this is the finished look of the BB cream and I absolutely love it. It's matte, but it's still luminous at the same time. It still gives you a nice glow. I absolutely love the finish of it. So I'm just going to read some of my notes. So again, this is a mineral-based formula, so stay away from any oil-based products, whether it be your moisturizer, your primer. It contains SPF 25 and it is water resistant for up to 40 minutes. It's available in 6 shades. So BB1 is fair, BB3 is light, BB5 is light to medium, BB7 is medium, BB9 is medium dark to dark, and BB11 is very dark. So I will suggest for you to pick a shade that matches you. Don't go lighter, don't go darker. I have BB5 and I thought that it was going to be very light, too light for me, but trust me, it does kind of oxidize to your skin color. Okay, so the skin benefits. Grapefruit extract. And grapefruit extract promotes luminosity, skin radiance. It minimizes appearance of pores, wrinkles. It helps fade uneven pigmentation. And then it also contains apple extract. And apple extract is a skin smoothing antioxidant that exfoliates at the same time. And it refines and rejuvenates the skin, which sounds amazing. Let's see. It also has sunflower seed oil, which is a natural moisturizer, and it contains vitamin E. It contains aloe leaf juice, which soothes and calms the skin. It's hypoallergenic. Again, it gives you a radiant look, and it feels very smooth, and it has a very velvety finish to it. My skin does not feel dry at all, which is really nice. Because I do have dry skin. It wears nicely. It wears for about 9 to 10 hours. And about 10 hours I notice, fading around the nose area and around this area. So around like the T-zone, which is generally the area that kind of fades first. And I love that it is in a squeeze tube, which I think is amazing because product dispenses out, but it doesn't go back in, so there's no bacteria going into the actual BB cream. So I love that. So I believe that's all of my notes. Yeah, so I love this. I feel like it is a BB cream, which BB creams are basically a little bit thicker than a tinted moisturizer, but it gives you a better coverage, and it gives you really good skin benefits. So I love it. Again, I highly recommend this. The only BB cream that I've tried in the past before I went cruelty-free was the Garnier one, and I felt like that was just like a tinted moisturizer, and it was very oily, so definitely not good for like oily skin. But yeah, this is great. I feel like this would even work better on people who have oily skin because it almost has a finish very similar to the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. That kind of reminds me of that. But again, this is a BB cream, that's foundation. But this, it gives you tons and tons of skin benefits, as I just mentioned. And yeah, it has amazing ingredients. I highly recommend this. It gives great coverage. And yeah, so that is my review / demo. I hope that you guys liked it, and I will see you in the next video.